Right. Okay, let's get it. Fucking hell. Well, we've got to jump on and do this. I mean, we did the pre-game and we thought it'd be a. Your prediction was 2-1 or 3-1, I believe.
3-1.
So, well, it was. You were right. That was at halftime, dude.
Yeah.
Tell me what on earth went on in that. Look, you had a second half collapse on Saturday to Leeds.
Yeah, Alex. Look, let's just go from the start. I thought we started fast. It was alarming how open we were. I didn't foresee this, so I'm not trying to claim any credit for that. I really didn't see it going to that level. And I mean, fair play, they took their chances, some really like sick strikes. But how open we play is just phenomenal. This team is one of the most naive teams I've ever seen under Pep Guardiola. And I'm not just talking about his Manchester City here. I'm talking his whole career, probably down to when he was at Barcelona B.
Yeah.
This is phenomenal. I could not believe what I was watching, Alex. We were fully in control. I mean, it's an insult to even say fully in control of the game. We were 5-1 up. We were 5-1 up.
Yeah.
How the fuck has it got to a situation where I'm hearing the commentary team at the end go, they just need to shore it up, need to park the bus. It was 5-1.
Yeah.
How have we got ourselves in this fucking mess?
Well,
I mean, do you know what? Anyone that's watching this now or jumping on, I really appreciate it. But go and watch what I was saying about the last game. Because sometimes I come off these episodes and I think, do you know what? I bet people think I'm just like depressing Doris, going on there moaning and we've won. There's a reason I'm doing it, Alex, because I can see this shit. I can see that this defence is wank. It really is, Alex. And the whole team is naive from top to bottom. You talk about leaders, Alex. When you're in them situations, you've had leaders of the past. Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, Scholes. Them guys that when it's going to shit, they're like, right, come on, get your heads together and we'll sort this out. Let's just get through it. Alex, it was just going from bad to worse. And if that game had gone on another 30 seconds to a minute, they'd have scored. They should have scored anyway. They were so unlucky, and I genuinely feel for them.
Yeah, I mean, insane. I mean, to your point, whether you're in control, not in control, I don't think City were in control that much. I think Fulham, Fulham's defending was amateurish, to be honest, and City were clinical, and obviously you got lucky with the deflected goal. But other than that, Fulham, everything Fulham did offensively or finishing, obviously in the second half, I thought they were quite good. And
I hear you. I
think
think
they were 5-1 down and should have been 7-1 down.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think what I'm more meant is the fact you're 5-1 up in a game, Alex, you can't help but say you're in control of your destiny there.
Of course.
You should not be making that a last-ditch, let's get this over the line. Yeah. It was just ridiculous. I mean, I think a few players in particular, Alex, you know, I hear a lot of credit for Nico Gonzalez of late. I think it just shows his naivety at this level. There was a lot of times being caught in possession. I think when he's got the ball very close to our box, I'm always a little bit concerned. I see that he's press resistant. Well, these comments about it, I don't see enough of it, to be honest. I think he has had a pretty decent stretch in the team, but there's a lot of concerns. And when you're in these situations, you look to get over the line. I mean, 5-1. Alex, I just can't get it out of my mind.
I can't.
We were splitting them open. I don't know how we suddenly ended up in this scenario where we're peddling for the finish line. It's a disgrace. It really is.
It is. I mean, how you've got a 4-goal advantage in the second half, man. You had a 2-goal advantage in the second half. Like, is it tiredness after 61st minute? Stats came up in the second half. Fulham had 70% of the ball against Manchester City, and people. You mentioned Nico Gonzalez. Well, I'm sorry, bro, but you got a 5-1 lead, and you can't get out. City couldn't. Don't get this twisted. City couldn't get out in the second half. They had 30% of the ball, Christian.
I think, you know what? Of course, I'll carry on roasting these because that was pathetic that we nearly slipped up there. But you know what? We get called on this a little bit in the comments, and to be fair, look, you're a United fan, I'm a City. When something goes wrong, you predominantly hate your team. But mate, big up to Fulham because I've not seen a performance like that. I mean, you are down and out. I remember, Alex, you text me, and I think it was 5-2. You went, they're fucking mental. They're throwing everything at it. They're throwing the kitchen sink, and it's 5-2. Yeah, do you know what? I agreed with you when I read the message as well, by the way. But look, it nearly paid dividends for it. Well, it did pay dividends anyway, because that's going to go down in the history books. Very
No,
nearly one of the best comebacks I've ever seen. Phenomenal.
I honestly agree with you. I think we should hit that up with Fulham first. To be honest, I think you're right. We should have started. Yeah. We should have come on and gave them their flowers first. Sophie, there, painful to watch that second half. Wasn't for me. I was up and at it in the lounge. Honestly, that one off the line. But no, let's go back. Fulham, come on, they deserve flowers, man. Poor defending, obviously. Leno poor off the. But look, it was poor from Leno, but Foden put it in the top bins. These things can happen in football. To keep the mentality of we're going to have a go at Man City, whatever this version of City is, and I still don't know what to even make of this City team, and I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
Because it's a win and you were 5-1 up after 55 minutes. I don't understand.
Alex, I was gonna come on here and I was buzzing. I was like, do you know what? The main things I have been moaning about is we're too much reliant on Erling Haaland. I was finding ourselves 5-1 up. We're looking at it and we're thinking, well, Haaland's only scored one. You know what I mean? We were looking on fire. Phil Foden, by the way, shout out to him. He had a really good game. You know, looks like he's back to his sharpshooting best. Dortmund.
Thought Reinders
now this
better
Leeds
as well. To be fair, aside from the ball as well, obviously took that one.
Yeah, I think the thing is though, if you're looking at the way that Fulham side performed, and they didn't let their heads drop, and then they had a couple of players come on. I mean, that Kevin, by the way, it was weird because I saw him against Spurs at the weekend, and I thought he was unbelievable. I thought he looks a proper talented player. He absolutely cooked Nunes. Not that that's anything to go by, but I think we were really struggling. I think O'Reilly, the longer the game was going on, I had my heart in my mouth when that player went down. He did just about get his toe on the ball, so got away with it. Alex, everywhere around this team, the word that I can only describe them as is just naive. And I can't believe Pep Guardiola is the coach of this side, because it's just not something you would ever associate with a Pep team.
No, it's just a mystery. The whole thing's a mystery. I mean, how many DMs were playing in this game? O'Reilly had to go there. Stones had to go there. Gonzalez started the game there. It's like...
I wanted to touch on that.
It's just like... We spoke about Amorim and he's changing the back five every 15 minutes. It's just... I'm looking at... And don't get me wrong, O'Reilly coming in there actually stirred things up. Look, I think just before we move on to City, and I know obviously we're going to give them a bit... They deserve it. Fulham showed, in my opinion, how everybody should play in this league, where if you're going down, go down swinging, and they deserve massive credit tonight, because I thought they defended shocking, but I thought they were brave in possession. And I text you when Anderson gave Doku the goal. He gave the ball and then obviously deflected it as well. And I text you like, this is just shit. You're 4-1 down and you're trying to play out from the back. But they stuck to their principles and it got them back in the game. And I think they deserve massive credit, because they could have lost that 7-1 and people would have gone, we'd have, me, you, everybody in the media would
relegation
have gone,
candidates.
Yeah, they're going to go down, amateurish defending. But in reality, no, they gave it a go and nearly created history tonight. And it was the most enjoyable game. I'm a neutral, although, I'm leaning, I wanted Fulham. I think most people did, except City fans. But I'm telling you, I enjoyed tonight. And Premier League football needs games like this, because that was absolutely brilliant tonight. Props to them. They're 15th in the league, 5-1 down after 55 minutes. They didn't just make it a game. You said it perfectly. They should have got something tonight.
Yeah, facts. I think the manager deserves a lot of credit as well, Alex, because leaning into all them things you said, it would be very easy to just be like, let's just write tonight off. We're playing Manchester City. It's Pep Guardiola. Just leave it. Yeah. And they didn't. You know what? So fair play to him. I thought Chukwueze, what a performance. I mean, some really good strikes. But yeah, I think if we are moving on to City...
He saw his name in headlines though, didn't he? Chukwueze.
He did.
When he danced in off the right hand side, and he was off balance and swung a leg at it. But hey, you earned that, bro. Because I mean, look, I think one of them was a bit of a shinner. I think what it was is though, it was just the overwhelming onslaught of how they played, and City sat back. You had 30% of the ball in the second half. That's the only way you can explain how this game swung to them, and they kept going.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, look. They deserve all the credit in the world for this, for Fulham, and they very nearly pulled it off. I thought that Josh King at the last moment as well. He's had some rotten luck this year, by the way, that lad. Fucking hell, he had that Chelsea one, which was wrongfully ruled out. And now that one today, he was very unlucky off the line. Look, City did get this over the line just about, and all that matters is 3 points, as people say. But sometimes you've got to look a bit further into it, Alex, because, you know, it's all about the way you play the game sometimes. And is this squad filling me with confidence that we can go on and mount a serious title challenge? Yes, you can get excited and say, oh, well, it's 2 points behind Arsenal, and if they drop points, you know, tomorrow, well, yeah, great. But are you not alarmed by the way this squad plays?
Yeah.
How many times, Alex, in the last 2 years, forget this season, which we're doing it consistently this year as well. I mean, even Brighton, we took the lead against them and then got fucking decimated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're doing this a lot. Leeds nearly fucked up. Tonight, what about last season though, Alex? 3-0 up, Champions League. Fucked it up.
Brentford
this year,
last season.
Brentford, yeah. And I think when you're looking at these patterns, I'm struggling to... Yes, we are there or thereabouts in terms of the table, but I just can't get behind this and say we're gonna be mounting a title challenge with a team that was 5-1 up with 40 minutes to play, and you end up fucking booting the ball out and wasting time.
It's just, it goes against everything. I mean, we had this in the Arsenal game, but Arsenal are legitimately a top side. I mean, we can take the piss all we want. There was no shame in City sitting in and trying to get out of there with a 1-0. To not be able to control a 5-1 game at Fulham is the most alarming thing in the Pep Guardiola era, in my opinion. Because you couldn't even get a foothold. It was like the Alamo.
Relentless. Oh, Alex, it was relentless. Yeah,
and it's Fulham. And look, all praise to Fulham, man. But Manchester City have good footballers out there. Let's touch on some individuals, Christian. I want to ask you about some players. Let's start with Bernardo Silva, who, in my opinion, it's just a bit uncomfortable to watch, to be honest. I think he's been a top player for Manchester City and Portugal, and his legs have gone, and he can't play at this pace, this physicality. The league has gone one step further in the physical direction this season, and he's just looks like he's floundering. He has the odd moment where he collects it and turns, but generally just being trucked every game I see, especially away from home. What did you make of Bernardo Silva and obviously his future in this team this season?
I think the thing is with Bernardo, I'm similar to you. I actually feel sorry for him. He should not have been on that pitch for 9 minutes, and I am beyond shocked that Pep decided to keep him out there. I find it just bewildering, some of the decisions, really, of late. He played, he looked spent against Leeds. And then I'm watching him in this game where, Alex, that was crying out for some physicality, some control of the game. And you're playing Bernardo Silva, who we know really from minute one against these average teams these days. Like you said, Alex, you made a good point. The Premier League's gone in a little bit of a different direction, and you're seeing a lot of these mid to, poorer sides, no disrespect.
Yeah.
But they've gone into a more physical realm.
Sure, yeah.
And it is to compete and fair play. And to be honest, I think that's why they're toppling the likes of us or Arsenal on the odd day. And they nearly did it today. But Bernardo Silva, I am surprised. I'm really surprised that Pep is insisting with this. Look, I get you trust the guy. And I'm not saying he can't still do a job. He certainly can. But he can't do the job that you're asking of him for how long you're asking him to do it.
Yeah. No, I was shocked as well. I mean, the subs are just strange. I mean, to go Savinho over Mamouche, weird.
Can we talk about Savinho for a minute, Alex? That guy's addition. So
that little cameo.
Yeah, that little cameo. So there was a bit where he's breaking through. Haaland gives it him, just spoons it, just dog shit. This guy is meant to be Brazilian. He is. I'm telling you, check that guy's fucking passport. He is not from Brazil. He can't control the fucking ball. I don't know what has happened. He has regressed so far. It's unbelievable. And then at the other end, I see him collect the ball on the edge of our box, sorry. And I'm like, we are in panic stations, just trying to get over the line with this 5-4 pissing game. And he decides to start trying to run through players. And I'm like, no, just don't. His IQ is just phenomenally low. He's just a shit player. I can't believe in a game like that, in the situation we were in, Pep sends him on. I totally get sending Cherky on, Because to be fair, Cherky's cameo was actually all right.
Yeah, I thought he played well.
He had the ball very well. He put some nice passes in. Very unlucky not to get an assist.
Yeah.
Don't know what the fuck Guardiola's trying to swear that for. Just score.
Gvardiol's brilliant. I mean, bro, like you're clinging on here. So one, why are you even having a 1-on-1, and two, why if you do get the 1-on-1, why don't you score it?
Yeah, I didn't even look at it from that point of view. Why is he there?
I mean, also, like, the funny thing with Gvardiol is, like, you know that clearance off the line at the end? I said it to Sophie when I was watching the game. I was like, I'm surprised he didn't just swat it in himself.
I know. Get me numbers up.
Because it reminded me a bit of that Diallo winner last season at Etihad, where Diallo rounded Ederson, scuffs a volley, and fucking Gvardiol tries to backheel it off the line, and it goes through his legs. And the same thing tonight. I was like, I'm surprised he didn't balls it up, honestly.
Look, fair play to him. He did get it right, because, I mean, that was the difference in this being an absolute catastrophe. And I'd have been coming on here with a lot more energy, but as it was, we did just about get over the line. It is still ridiculous. We find ourselves in this situation. I think a few things from the first half as well, which was a shame, because you look at Reinders, he'd not really had, that much of... He's been so patchy since that Wolves performance. Yeah. So when I saw his first half, some really nice passes, that dink over the top to Doku, very nearly got that right. That was an unbelievable effort of the pass. His finish was perfect. So, I was thinking, look, that's up and running. Foden's gone and got a brace. Couple of really nice goals as well. You know what I mean? I was thinking, we're really on the up here. Can't really go wrong. Yeah. 5-1 up, we were comfy. Yes, I know they were still how open we were. I mean, I even said to you, Alex, you text me, and you said, I can't believe how crazy this game is, or whatever you put. And I thought, well, neither team bother defending. No. And it's actually true. They weren't arse, but in the end, it didn't even matter, because we were that penned in against the press of Fulham. It didn't actually matter. So I think after they got the third, they were just like, we can fucking have this.
Yeah, they obviously had momentum, but City couldn't get out. I mean, it was like they fancied the press, and then they were like, oh, we won it, we got a turnover, let's go again, and we're going to go tighter this time, we're going to go really tight this time. And then it got to the point where they were even going tight to Haaland on the halfway line. Bassi was trying to get tight to Haaland, man. Yeah. And this is the ultimate threat. You sat in against United in the second half in the derby, and we got decimated with Haaland. Yeah. That's almost the scariest time to be against City is when they are sat in because of Haaland, and they dealt with that. I mean, other than obviously the header at the back post. I mean, Haaland missed 2 sitters. He hit the post twice, didn't he? What an insane game. But I mean,
you are right. The thing is, Alex, I just wanted to ask you something. So, when people we talk about this defence, and we can all see the frailties in this Manchester City team, and the back line is just so weak. And especially, by the way, Donnarumma, you're not getting away with it today, pal, because you need to improve off set pieces. You're an absolute giant of a man with the fucking wingspan of an eagle. What are you doing? Why are you getting bullied in the Premier League off corners? Because the thing is, Alex, it's happened a couple of times. Yeah. And now I'm starting to think a team's actually like sort of targeting it a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's very tall, but he's not got a great jump on him. If he's a bit flat-footed.
Yeah, he doesn't command his area.
Exactly. He gets to where he thinks the ball's coming and plants his feet. Yeah, but then people got the run and jump on you. Yeah, he's like stood still. Don't get me wrong, bro. You're still 6'7" or whatever he is. I mean, and then add another couple of feet on for his arms. But he's just, I mean, and that's the thing. He didn't even claim for a foul this time, which he did against Bournemouth, didn't he? When he was like, he wanted a foul then. But look,
I think the thing is though, I was just going to ask you though, bro. Sorry, I got waylaid with the Donnarumma because I couldn't let him get away with this tonight. Yeah, but when you're talking about our frailties in this team, and I think. You look at the way the Prem's gone in terms of physicality, especially in lower teams' midfields. Yeah. And you look at ours, Alex, when we're starting, and you've got like this rotation role between Foden and Bernardo. I know Foden predominantly now is central where he wants to be. But you're not going to get much from Phil Foden in terms of stopping another team. No. Like, we know where he is amazing, but he is an out-and-out 10. Like, you're not going to get anything the other side of the halfway line. And then you're looking at it like, right, so you've got Reinders and Nico Gonzalez, where we used to have Rodri and Gundogan. Yeah. And we're wondering why it's looking as bad as it is. And then you go in, we've still got Diaz and Vardiol. Were Diaz and Vardiol ever incredible? Or was it that we had such a good midfield and we were peppering teams and keeping the ball that much from them that they could never be exposed as badly as they currently are being? Because Vardiol, Diaz is a different entity, because to be fair, Diaz did have a couple of very solid years. Don't know what's happened to the guy now. Vardiol, I think he has always been suspect. And I think he's massively benefited from what I've just said about how good our midfield was.
Yeah, I don't rate Gvardiol that highly. I think Diaz has been good, and he looks a bit physically spent to me. But I do think a lot of...
Yeah, he does.
Look, I mean, how much can you point to stamina with what we're seeing at the moment with City? I mean, these last 2 games are fresh in the memory. You've got Leeds put you to it at Etihad 3 days ago. Turned over a 2-0 lead, 2-2, and then you're dicing with death at the end there. Today, obviously way more egregious. 5-1 to 5-4, and then you're clinging on at the end off the line by Gvardiol. How much can you attribute that to just straight up stamina? Is that
No,
the
I'm
truth?
not having it. No, I'm not having it at all, because and I know what we were saying before the game. Was it a wise move to do what he did, change all them players against Leverkusen and then sling the same 11 in back to back in close succession of three or 4 days apart? No, it wasn't the smartest idea, Alex. But you're talking, you're 5-1 up with what? 35, 40 minutes to go.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. I'm not having the stamina bullshit with that, because you don't even need stamina to get over the line at that point. You can pretty much keep the ball from Fulham. I'll tell you what, if you're telling me that they're not capable of keeping the ball from Fulham, well, I'm not having that's the same people that are telling me Nico Gonzalez is all that then. Because he's our holder. He's meant to be the guy that can knit all this together and control games. You do not see, when we have Prime Rodri, that we would be in this mess after being 5-1 up. You know what I mean? They've got to look at themselves, Alex. These are individuals that they are more than capable of getting through that game.
To be honest, I know you're 3-1 up at half time. I didn't actually think you had great control in the first half either. I thought it was quite even on the ball. You were just better in both boxes, is my honest take.
We were more clinical. No, I completely agree with you.
And obviously it swung the other way because City sat in a little bit, but even to your point, we've got to be able to play out. You've got to be able to take the ball under pressure, like you said. Fulham are 15th in the league for a reason. You know that Marco Silva's he was favourite to get sacked three weeks ago. So it's a surprise, man, and like obviously Leeds at the weekend. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, and it feels like every game I'm learning more. I'm trying to learn a little bit more about this City team and where you are at, because I'm looking at the league table in your second, and then I'm watching you weekly and going, they've got problems everywhere. I can't make sense of it.
You want to be more positive. It's like at the end of that first half, I was coming to you, I was texting you, and I was in a great mood. I was thinking, things are really looking up here. All the things I was kind of whinging at, they've sort of answered the questions. And then that happens.
Foden getting obviously 4 in 3 days is amazing, because Haaland's been getting no support. And Foden gaffed a great one at Newcastle, and he's bounced back really well, to be fair to him.
And I think we all know that Foden is capable of this, and I think that's been the frustrating thing, really, as Manchester City fans looking on at this. Yeah. We know this guy is capable to go on and score 15, 20 Premier League goals. He's an excellent He's an excellent sharpshooter, probably one of the best players in them tight spaces and working a yard and getting a shot off. Yeah. And he can be clinical. So, we needed that. And to be fair, look, if I am taking positives, there was that. It kind of got, it's that cloud, isn't it, from what you've watched. Yes, we did get the win. And look, tomorrow I might have a different perspective if Arsenal go and slip up to Brentford or whatever. Yeah. But, mate, I do worry long term, and I don't really know how we're going to be serious in mounting a title challenge with a team this naive.
I don't know what to make of it. I every time I look at your fixture list and think, right, this one's going to tell me a little bit more. I'm going to have a clearer idea of what I think City are and what I think City can be this season. And then the game happens, and I've got more questions than answers again. But you actually might have even won. You're the maddest team in Europe. Because I think, right, you're obviously in this transition season, if you like, But you've gone down this route of being, we're going to be great in both boxes, which other than corners, Donnarumma is great in his box.
Yeah.
We've got Haaland, who's awesome in the other box. Foden's now chipping in. But then it's like the rest of the Guardiola style and everything he believes in, football-wise, is like just fucked off, basically.
Yeah,
in control of games, we're going to dominate possession. It's now like... Well, a bit of a basketball game, but we're going to be trying to be better in both boxes. And I'm sat there going, I can't believe this is Pep Guardiola's team.
I think the thing is, Alex, it's like, if you look at the way the Premier League is, City are going to be there or thereabouts. Like, Arsenal, we know what they're up to. We know their arses start flapping. They'll be watching that, and they'll have all got behind that, thinking we were gonna fuck up. And they'll go and pull a stinker tomorrow and draw us some or rely on a long throw-in.
Yeah,
the old Tony Pulis football. But the thing is, I think City, when you're looking at this, Alex, we've got Real Madrid soon. We're going to the fucking Bernabeu, man. How's that going to work? Because mate, I'm telling you, if I used to think, well, if we're 2-0 up at the Bernabeu, I'd be pretty comfortable. I'd be sat back in my chair, be having a beer. Well, I won't be now, Alex. If we're 4-1 up with 6 minutes to go, I'll be on edge. You know what I mean? So
it's just insane. I mean, like, I tell you what, another thing, I know you're not going to be moaning about this. I thought 8 minutes was a bit light. When you think the VAR check took about 4, there was 5 goals in the second half and about 10 subs. So
facts.
I was a bit like, hang on a minute. Well, so what you're saying is if there was no VAR check, there'd have only been 4 minutes added on when there was 5 goals, God knows how many subs. And I was a bit gutted from a neutral because, like you said, I mean, and it was one of them. I felt if Fulham got one, you almost wanted them to get one in the 98th because if they got one in the 91st, they'd have sat back then, and then City would have been. Yeah. Oh man, I've never. It's like I said, it's one of the best games I've ever watched in my life.
It was. Apart from me nearly having a cardiac arrest, but yeah. No, I think if you look at it though, Alex, and this City side, I do struggle to see. Like, you mentioned a couple of things about how Pep plays, and I don't really see where his input is in this team at the moment because it just doesn't feel like his side or his team. I feel like does he recognise it himself? Because there's a few flashes and a few moments, mainly from Foden, maybe a little flick from Reinders and things like that, but it just seems like we've gone so far down this other road now that I just don't see it. And just another thing, Alex, when you were talking about the added time. So when we had, I think it was Cherky. Yeah, Cherky went down. He did a nice little jinking run, got the foul, did well. And I'm thinking, do you know what? Yeah, we're all right here. We can run the clock down a little bit. So they spend all that time wasting pretending he's got a head injury. The moment they can put the ball back into play, they just loft it straight to Fulham. I'm like, has this team got any fucking brains? This is why we're in the mess in the first place, this lack of IQ and naivety.
You know what, as well, I wanted to mention, you're right on that, and there was another incident in probably stoppage time. Nico O'Reilly had it, and he turned back, instead of going for the overlap, might have been Cherky or somebody, turns back, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe he's right. Maybe retain possession. So you choose against going for the 6. I think you had the overload. O'Reilly comes back round. It comes to Diaz, Captain Fantastic. He bombs an 80-yard crossfield pass out of play. And you're like, right,
I know exactly
so you're going to go for a Paul Scholes pass when we just had an overload here with Nico O'Reilly. Probably wisely was like, actually, he's the young one here, Nico O'Reilly, and he's going... Nah, we need to retain possession, play it back to Captain Fantastic, and he thinks, you know what, I'm going to pull up a Tony Kroos crossfield ball and bombs it straight back to Fulham.
Yeah, no, you are so right, Alex, and I think we find ourselves in this transition period where we've always been quite lucky because when we've lost leaders, we did lose Vincent Kompany. Diaz, prime Diaz I'm talking about, not this fucking shell of a version of him, whatever we've been left with now. Diaz came in and was solid, and we never really felt that loss. And obviously, we had a similar situation with Aguero and Haaland coming in for him, really.
Yeah.
And I feel like for the first time, you've got Diaz, who, like I say, is a shell of himself, and he is no leader. Listen to what he's just said there. You know what I mean? Sometimes his IQ it doesn't seem right. He doesn't seem to control games. He's not that guy anymore that'll just pull the lads together and get them over the line. So you've got him. You've got Bernardo Silva, who is actually our captain. No disrespect, don't think the guy should be our captain. I understand why he's done it as a bit of a farewell tour, but I just don't think we're in the position to be doing it. And also, the guy's physically gone. Yeah. So I don't really see why we're doing that.
Haaland should be a captain, mate. Come on. It's obvious.
Haaland should be the captain. I've been saying it for the longest time. Haaland should be the captain. But if you're looking around the pitch, Alex, you need leaders in different areas, specifically in defence, which is ironically where we are probably the most shakiest, and especially in their moments. I mean, you're looking at that. When I was seeing our fullbacks getting squared up, specifically Nunes, I was just like, he cannot wait to give a penalty. And he was trying. He was trying his best. But luckily, we have somehow got over the line. I just don't know, man. But we're gonna fall victim to this. And I tell you what, you've got to look at this. Fulham have just pumped 4 past us tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, we got 5, but it was Fulham. No disrespect. What are we gonna do when we've got Mbappe and Vinny, who did a number on us last year? Yeah, what are we looking like in the next couple of weeks, bro?
Well, he got 4. What are we gonna do, He got 4 over 2 legs, Mbappe, last year, didn't he? I mean, it's just a scare. Like you said as well. Now your confidence is not, and that's the thing with this crossfield passing and pumping it long. It's the nerves were knocking it about. Cherky was the only one who actually put his foot on it and showed some confidence. The rest of them, like you said, Diaz launching it, Gonzalez, Gvardiol, Donnarumma, none of them wanted a 10-yard pass. No. None of them wanted to play one. No one wanted to receive one. I thought it was really concerning in so many areas for City tonight, and I just don't know. I don't know what you're going to look like against. I keep saying this, and it's like every game. Oh, I don't know what you're going to look like against Newcastle. I don't know what you're going to look like against Fulham. It's like, unless you're at home,
lottery.
I'm just a bit like lost with what you even are, and like I said, how the Guardiola principles have gone to this degree, this quickly. I know Rodri's not there, but to see you have 30% of the ball 5-1 up.
Yeah, Alex, I mean, we're lacking physicality. It leans back to what I was saying before. I think the midfield of what we're currently putting out there, there's just not enough physicality at all. And we're getting breezed past too much. And especially when shit hits the fan like today and our backs are up against the wall, it just feels like relentless. It feels like there's no way out. And I don't think these boys have enough about them to get the grasp back on the game. We don't have a Yaya Toure who's like, fucking give me the ball, get out the way. You know what I mean? We have like these little players who, yes, when it's going good, it looks mint. You know, your Reinders, Cherky.
And
I'm not criticising him, by the way. He came on and fucking steadied the shit, which is one thing I never thought I'd be saying about Ryan Cherky in a Man City shirt.
The reason O'Reilly went in there is because Guardiola was searching for something to try and contain Alex Iwobi.
Yeah,
I'm not having a go here at like Gonzalez or anyone, but Alex Iwobi and Emil Smith Rowe were causing problems.
Well, I thought Iwobi, shout out to Iwobi as well. I thought he had a great game. I thought he was fantastic, to be honest. I think all of them were. I think it was a game that suited them because physicality became a big part of it. So Chukwueze was just fucking throwing people out the way.
They can run, man.
As well.
They can run. They're powerful. MH in the chat. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, how's it going, mate?
Damn. What went on there? Completely missed that game, mate. Honestly, that game was insane. I think it's one of the best Premier League games, and I love adverts like this for the Prem. I miss it because there's a lot made of it now, and even on commentary they were going at 5-1. Do they just shut up? Oh, it's a tough one for Marco Silva. Do we just shut up shop and take your medicine? Nah. Yeah. No, we're gonna get one. If we get one, we're gonna go for another one, and then the next minute's 5-3, and then you get a set piece. The fans are involved. I thought it was great tonight. I enjoyed every minute.
It's a way that shows these teams how to play, and especially play against the big teams. Because I think if you look at the teams around, especially the top teams in the Premier League, and their midfields, they've not kind of grasped the change in which the other teams are going for more this, the big midfielders, the powerful ones. You can get at Man City. I don't know why more teams don't try it. When I see teams sitting back against it, it's like Leeds were doing it. Leeds were like, we just can't compete. Yeah. Suddenly they start pressing us and realise we can't really cope.
It was the same thing with
that became a basketball game. I don't know why the penny isn't fucking dropping.
It was the same thing when it was like Ampadu sort of led by example on Saturday for Leeds, where it's like, I can bully these guys. I can get at
Yeah.
them physically, and you're right. The physicality is an issue, but you can't solve that. You can get Cherky on and be better on the ball. If Cherky was on the
Yeah.
pitch, you would have not had 30% of the ball. And that, for me, is end of conversation with it. And why Savinho is getting on before Cherky and Marmoush. I've got all the respect to the worth of Guardiola. But of all the games, you look down your bench and you go, right, a bit of a basketball game, we're getting overwhelmed physically, we need to get hold of with our
Can't get out of our own half. Let's get a fucking wasteful winger on. He gives the ball away too much and gets shrugged off the ball and makes poor decisions in the final third. Are you fucking mad? Why are you sending him on? The last time I saw him should have been 2 weeks ago, Alex. Well, to be honest, it should have been in the summer when Tottenham were daft enough to bid 70 million for the div.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Savinho slander, yes. Got a question for you, Ed. Do you think Man City has a real chance of pushing Arsenal in the title race, Christian? We did just do an episode on that, MH, but I'll let him go on this, and I know what he's going to say, but yeah. Christian, have you got a shot? Have you got a shot? I mean, mathematically you have, because you're 2 points behind him.
Yeah, I think mathematically, you're gonna hear all that from TalkSport, and they have to kind of make the Prem interesting, don't they? And say like it's a title race. We weren't even mentioned at the start of the year, but Liverpool have fell off that bad. Now we kind of have to take the mantle, and Chelsea are getting lumped in. In answer to your question, though, no, I think Arsenal are gonna do just about enough. I think Arsenal lack in certain areas as well, and I think Arsenal will drop points like we saw in that Sunderland game when they are too reliant and on the set pieces and various other things. But City are going to drop more points like this. I mean, we have nearly gifted 2 games away to Leeds and Fulham back to back. I can't get behind the side
Christian,
like this.
Christian, you know what's interesting? Just comparing you and Arsenal, and I know it doesn't work like this, but you both played Fulham away. Arsenal got over the line with a 1-0, the usual. You nearly tossed away a 5-1 lead. I think the moral of the story there is the Achilles heel of both teams.
It is, but Alex, whose is more damning, if you're being honest there? Because even I was laughing that, how did they only score 1?
Yeah, sorry, I've just seen Ryan's MH there. Respects Anthony's cousin. I assume he's meaning Savinho. 2-1 up against Spurs, 3 minutes left, Romero overhead kick. You are joking. I've not even looked at the other games because I've just been overwhelmed by this 5-4 at Craven Cottage.
I did have a big bet coming, and Jack Grealish got a massive deflected goal. I think they won 1-0.
2-2. Christian he means Romero equalised in the 96th minute. So Romero got a brace. Bruno Guimaraes, then Romero, then Gordon, then Romero. My God, Ryan, you'll have to tell us a bit. Hit us up in the comments what the fuck happened there. Yeah, good point about the media making this a thought. Look, the thing is, what I will maintain with this, and obviously it's not the night to be talking City's praises because they nearly tossed away a 5-1 lead in half an hour. But nobody trusts Arsenal to go. They're gonna run away with it. City aren't themselves. Chelsea are Chelsea. Liverpool are a mess. But at the same time, I'm looking at City going, look, if they can put a little bit of pressure on, I think you'll see cracks. I think Arsenal will. Yeah. But it's just City for me. I've got to stay within 5 or 6 points till the last 8 games, and then I'll go. I think I wouldn't overly bet against City. I think it'd still be a tough one. But you've got to stay in punching distance, right, Christian? If they get a 10-point pusher.
I think, look, we all kind of have that thing about Arsenal, don't we? Where, no one is trusting them, including their own fans. But this year, it does seem a little bit like, well, you can see this City team dropping quite a lot of points. I mean, with the way we play, it's just mental. So we are gonna lose more points, and I feel like that comp in their performance against Fulham and ours, I think, like you said, tells you everything you need to know. It's like, do you go with the steady Eddie, who are going to get these results and just about get it over the line? Is it going to look one of the most impressive league victories in recent seasons? No, but who gives a fuck if you win a Prem? Do you know what I mean? So, no, I think Arsenal, you'd have to say, Arsenal are massive favourites. But yeah, if City can keep touching distance and make it a bit interesting, then I'm here for it. We'll see.
Yeah, Ryan, we had 23 shots, 8 on target. Spurs had 6 shots and 2 on target in one of those games. Oh, it sounds like a Spurs sweaty draw to me. Newcastle are picking up a bit, aren't they? They smashed Everton at the weekend. I think Newcastle.
Yeah, that was a crazy result.
Newcastle are back, as far as I'm concerned. I know that's a bad result tonight because Spurs are dross, but if Christian Romero scoring overhead kicks, which I've not seen, by the way, MH trusts Arsenal to do better than Liverpool last season. I mean, look, Arsenal are in a very strong position. They're not conceding many, and they've got 30 points after 13 games. So yes, it's more just the projection of Arsenal, isn't it? Like, are they going to be on 60 points after 26 games?
Yeah, I think
that's where I'm struggling a bit with Arsenal.
I think we're going to have to see in the second half of the season. It is going to be interesting, isn't it? Gyökeres, obviously, you'd want to have a bit more of an impact when he can come back. I'm not sure when's he looking like returning.
He came on at the weekend for the last.
So he is back. So yeah, look, I mean, if they can get Gyökeres firing, that would be a massive thing for Arsenal, because it does feel a bit like false nine season for us, where you're having to grind out these results, and if you're not getting a goal in the first half, you feel like you're really pushing and you're trying everything. And it was a tough slog that season for us. Like, if we were blitzing teams in the first half and we got an early goal, it was absolutely fine. But it gets to the second half and you're getting a bit nervy.
Yeah, no, I hear you, Christian. Yeah, Ryan. Problem with Arsenal is they always have a wobble. City and Liverpool, when they win the title, I think he's saying don't have a wobble. I know what he means. Yeah, never did. Yeah, I think that's the point, isn't it? Where they're not the champions elect of old. I like we talk about this. Like, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like an 84-point win. I mean, Christian, when was the last time somebody won the league on 85 or less? I mean, I'm not sure. What did they have last year? Liverpool, they must have got close.
It'd be a hell of a long time ago, because all of ours have been relatively.
Sorry, Liverpool got 84 last year, actually, so it was last season. Wow, I didn't realise they took the foot off the gas that much.
They did. Oh, well, they did. They weren't partying in IB.
But okay, they didn't win. In their last 4 games, they didn't. The last 5 games, they didn't. They only won 1, so obviously they took the foot off the gas. But other than that, like 91 the year before City, you're going to be thinking other than last season, 84, and I think last season 84 is not a true reflection, is it? Because Liverpool, like you said, were in Ibiza partying.
Ryan, Donnarumma is so below Edison's level.
Yeah, where are you on that now, Christian? Because, like, obviously you're suffering, you can't get out in some games. Obviously his shot stopping's brilliant. Would you swap prime Edison for Donnarumma right now?
Yeah, it's... No, because I'd even...
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because, I mean, if you're looking at Donnarumma, he is a bit of a throwback, isn't he? I mean, he's an unbelievable shot stopper. I do agree. Inside the box, though, his commanding of his area, he can be got at, which he needs to improve that. I do think it's something he can work on. I mean, the guy's a fucking giant. What is he, like 6'7"? It's something surely they can get a hold on.
Could you see an Edison side struggling to get out against Fulham that much? Because
you could also say, do I see that Emile Smith-Rowe shot in the first half in the near post? Do I see that going past Edison? Yeah.
No, fair enough. I hear you. Look, it's a pick your poison situation, isn't it? And I think, in fairness, Edison was in a all-time great City team that didn't have to do much shot stopping. You are leaning on Donnarumma at the minute with the shot stopping.
I think, look, Donnarumma, today, it weren't good. I mean, it was also one of them, I do have to say this, I mean, it was one of them where the ball was kind of bobbling, they were hitting it, and it was just fucking spanking in, wasn't it?
Yeah, your man was poor from
City. It was poor from City at the end of the day. We shouldn't have been giving them that much space in the box and letting them take 3 shots from there, but... You know what I mean? It can happen.
I think it's just one of them, my head, and probably Ryan's thinking, we associate Edison with that great Man City team. And
the control.
And it's hard to sort of separate from that, whereas what we're watching now is Donnarumma, like you said, he's a Schmeichel, isn't he? He's a big goalkeeper, he's gangly on the ball. I mean, the corner stuff is weird.
When he tried that Cruyff turn deep into stoppage time. Honestly, like,
you know
my dog was asleep near me. I was like, no! The fucking dog shot.
Me and Sophie were like absolutely gasped when he did that. I mean, it was the worst ever example of not now. Now is not the time for you to be rolling out fucking Cruyff turns Donnarumma. Yeah.
I was gonna say try this at home against someone like Leeds or something, but I wouldn't have even tried that. I don't think we can be affording this against anyone currently.
Yeah, man. What an unbelievable 2 games. I mean, you've conceded
Madness.
6 goals in 2 second halves against Leeds and Fulham. I mean,
It's just insane, and I think this is what's concerning because if you're looking at this
Yeah.
going forward, Alex, you're going to come up against some serious opposition. Like I'm saying, this Real Madrid game, I am shitting my pants about that.
what do you all think of the chat? What do you think about the Madrid game? Obviously, that they pumped City last year. City, I mean, you are a different team this year, but I don't know if you're better.
We are better than Christ. We're better than last year.
I suppose you went through that.
Horrendous.
Yeah, he's under mad pressure though, isn't he? Xabi Alonso with.
Yeah, they've got a few weird situations, haven't they? But the thing is, anyone struggles for results at the Bernabeu in the Champions League, don't they? So
Yeah, I think it's interesting talk on the Edison Donnarumma, like verse each other, and I think between Ryan and MH and me and you, I think we're sort of all saying the right things, but I think it at the minute City need a shot stopper. And
it depends. It depends which way. Yeah, it depends which way you want to look at it. Look, I will happily sacrifice the odd dodgy flap off a corner for his insane shot-stopping ability.
Isn't it
over
weird
the course
that
of
it doesn't?
90 minutes.
It just don't fit. Like you think of like flapping off corners like soft
And it's
5'11" keepers.
And is there a worse era to be bad at that?
Oh,
me.
Arsenal will be lumping them over Donna.
I know.
But
to be fair, they were at the Emirates, and he was actually doing the same thing, but he wasn't convincingly getting the ball away. But he was kind of making contact with it. So I was like, I don't know if he is good at this or bad at this, and we're just getting away with it. As it turns out, we were just getting away with it.
Christian, we talk about the standard of goalkeeping. We talked about Vicario at the weekend off camera. We had tonight Leno. A corner comes in, and Leno could have chested the ball down and picked it up. Instead, he throws a soggy right hand, bread hand at the ball, straight to Foden, and Foden bangs it in the top bins. Then we've got then we've got Vicario on Saturday, not kicking it out of play for a throw-in. Instead, he chooses to concede a goal from it. What is this era of goalkeeping? Catch the ball, man.
I just don't understand. Yeah, I really don't. Especially when you look. When you look at keepers the size of Donnarumma as well, there's no excuse. And also, the freedom they have. They're the only position on the pitch where you can go and clean someone out, put a right hand to the jaw, and you're not getting reprimanded for it. So why are you not taking advantage of that? I'm not saying go deck everyone, but you can be more assertive than any other player on the pitch. Why are we seeing them getting bullied by other players that are handcuffed to the law?
That's the thing as well. That's the thing as well with Donnarumma is that we're seeing this a lot now. This moaning for protection. You're bringing this on yourself now. You had
putting a tag on your back.
You had the Bournemouth gaff. You had the flapping tonight, mate. They're gonna. It's if teams haven't already, like you said, a team's targeting him a little bit. It's like you can't keep dropping it and crying to the ref, mate. You're 6'8" with fucking massive wingspan. We got in. Not everyone can be. City need a shot stopper. Conceded 8 in 3. Fuck me.
Yeah, he's got me there, to be honest.
That is a great point. I don't believe Donnarumma as well, saying that Trafford was in net for Leverkusen.
I think, to be honest, mate, though, if obviously you watch quite a lot of our videos, bro, so thank you. But yeah, I mean, you know as well as I do, recently we played you boys, you can see our defence is dog shit. Don't listen to any other City fans that say that defence is any good. We've got one of the worst defences in the fucking league. We've got Diaz, who is absolutely spent, too busy dusting Maya. And then we've got the other one, Vardiol, which is just a calamity waiting to happen anytime he's in his own half, which is pretty worrying for a centre-back. Nunes, don't get me started. I'd put him in the League One side. So
Yeah. Not everyone can come. We've got some De Gea. De Gea, by the way, is in goal for Fiorentina, who are 19th in Serie A. They're going to get. It's going to be derelegated, I think.
Shit.
And after that disaster in the Europa League final, where he let 11 pens in and missed his own, it can't happen to a nicer bloke.
He did. He was your player of the season for about 4 years in a row.
I went to the pre-season game against Fiorentina, and all top Reds are clapping him. Thanks, Dave. I wasn't, and neither was Zach, my 4-year-old son. Ramsdale was bad today. Should have saved both. Yeah, Rami. Oh, is Rami in net for you at the minute, Ryan? Why?
Nick Pope, innit? Nick Pope out.
Pope's injured then.
Yeah.
You need to get the Pope back in. You need to get the Pope back in. Rami is crap.
That's worrying,
Ramsdale, yeah, man.
Didn't Rami do a special against you last year? I'm positive we did a watch along and he did a madness.
Southampton.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Saved United from getting relegated last year, Rami. So shout out him.
Missed. What a dickhead. He denied me such a great laugh on that watch along.
Well, I mean, you had pretty good fun. I mean, I nearly had a heart attack after 80 minutes.
Yeah, I did have a good 60 minutes.
No, man. Rami's rubbish. But if you've got a reserve keeper, I mean, look at Leno tonight. Crap.
What? I'm interested actually. So, what do you boys in the chat? What do you think then? So, who's taking the title, and what's your top four as well? I'm interested. Yeah, especially with Newcastle hitting a little bit of form as well, because you're getting them teams where you can start putting their names back in the hat. Do you know what I
mean? I'm shocked they didn't beat Spurs tonight. I appreciate they nearly did. I mean, they were a minute. It looks like they were a minute off winning it, but like, I really fancy Newcastle for top four, and I know that doesn't make sense because they're 13th, but I just think they're gonna. It's the league's not that great this year, and I cannot see Newcastle coming below. At least I think Newcastle will come fifth.
Are you completely writing off any sort of a comeback from Liverpool second half of the season, even if they get rid of Slot?
No, I do think Liverpool will probably be sixth. If you want my honest opinion.
So you're completely ruling out them of Europe then, like in terms of top four.
I don't think Liverpool will get. Oh, it is an horrible one, isn't it? Because you look at their team and you think. I tell you what, just not to go off like conversation here, but like, what do people think of like Salah going to AFCON and maybe Wirtz getting going a little bit? I noticed Wirtz played off the right on Sunday, although I was out, I didn't really watch it. Christine, do you think this might open up a little bit of an avenue for Wirtz to play, have a little bit more freedom and not be in the... Salah's a greedy... Salah's not open them with open arms, has he? Isak and...
Yeah, Alex, I think if you watch Liverpool play though, so it's quite interesting. You've got Cody Gakpo, who cuts in and shoots every single time and he never looks for the pass.
Yeah.
You've got Igor Ekitike, who is pretty much rinse and repeat. However, he plays a little bit more central sometimes. You've got Salah, who wants to do that but doesn't even have the legs to do that anymore. But when he does get the chance, he will.
Yeah.
And then you've got kind of Wirtz stuck in this situation where Wirtz looks like a guy carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders when he wears that Liverpool shirt.
Yeah.
Whereas when he plays for Germany, look, I know the opposition's different and stuff, but he was playing unbelievable in his last international performance I watched. Absolutely phenomenal. So I don't know. I mean,
in answer to your question, do you think Salah going to AFCON is going to be...
Yeah, I think it could help him. I really do. But I do think they've got deeper problems, like I was saying, because in terms of what they've got in that front line compared to what they used to, you look when they had the infamous Mane, Firmino, Salah, the replacements they've got now just don't work.
No.
And Isak, to be honest, I don't see the Isak one working.
I think they need to go all in on Wirtz and Isak getting a relationship, and at least with Salah out of the picture, I think it's possible. Ryan there, we've got a midfield and striker off Baywatch and goalkeeper and defence off Crime Watch. I'm surprised at that Newcastle defence. I liked Shah, but I mean, I don't know if he fell off a little bit physically. I know he's gone grey. Is he old or something? I don't know. Ryan thinks they're going to get 5th to 7th. What do you think, Christine? I mean, you tell me, obviously. I think we all agree the top three has to be Chelsea, City and Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
So who's coming 4th, 5th and 6th for you then?
It is a tough one, isn't it? I think we really need to see more of it because Newcastle, I mean, the away form has been appalling up until...
The 13th.
And
they've played a game extra on a decent amount of teams.
So I don't know. If Newcastle can get some form together, then they're definitely going to be in the shout. But it's so tough. I think we're just going to have to wait and see until after Christmas who can kind of put some form together. But yeah, Newcastle are certainly in the running, aren't they?
You think Liverpool are going to get top 6 right now?
Yeah, I think Liverpool they've got. Although what I'm saying, I don't feel like the players work in terms of going on and winning a league, but like the individual quality they have got, I do think is enough to take them high enough up the table for Europe. I do think Liverpool are still a shout for 4th, me personally.
Right, yeah. No, I mean mathematically, probably similar to City, innit? Really, they've been absolute. I mean, I feel like Liverpool lost every game for about 2 months. and they are 3 points.
Mate, when you actually look at it though,
third.
what are Liverpool? Are they like 9 points or something like that? It's not like ridiculous, is it?
Christian, Liverpool 3 points off third.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? So, and what are the off top? Is it 9 points off top? There you are.
Off Arsenal, 9 points. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
do you not think United could get involved a little bit?
oh, you're sneaking that one in, aren't you? You snidey
There's
bastard.
a team we've not mentioned.
For good fucking reason.
How many points are United off first?
There's a good reason he's got Messi behind him and not bloody Tesco.
Yeah. Imagine if I got a Sesko signed shirt. God, everybody would unsubscribe. I'd even unsubscribe.
We'd get that one cheap though, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
Marketplace.
I think majority of Newcastle fans accept the Sheehan. Might not be a success losing Isaac. Yeah, weirdly, Voldemar has been a pretty decent replacement. I know he's not as good, but
you were bloody slating him the other day, you.
I know, but he got a good one at Everton. That little lobby.
I was saying I actually like Voldemar. I know he's not easy on the eye, obviously,
Yeah.
but no, honestly, I think that was a decent pickup. So
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. He's got some goals, and I think Newcastle will be happy with that. It's obviously the rest of it. I mean, like Ryan said, for them to go from what they were defensively to this version is, I'm looking at the league table now. Newcastle have let in 18 in 14. It's not great, is it? I mean, they're on pace to concede over 40 goals this season, which, I mean, how were they last season? They conceded 47 last year, but they scored 68. So they had,
what's that guy like that? I think you bought him from Milan. I'm sure he was like a Milan youngster. Is he called Thor?
Thor, yeah, he got 2 at the weekend against Everton.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah. What's he like? I mean, I've not seen a lot of him, but I know he was highly rated as a Milan youngster. I've just not seen enough of him.
Weird, isn't it? Because they've got good, like Newcastle. Look at the starting 11. I'm like, yeah, good, great, good, and obviously it's just not. The 13th for a fucking reason, mate. We're 14 games in now. This is not small sample size. The league table is reflecting of what is going on.
It does just feel like we had done it. It feels like the season's going slow because obviously we all want to make our judgments quickly, but we're all still there or thereabouts. So it is hard.
It is
currently.
mad. I mean, if United win on Thursday, which is a big if, but let's say we do, right? United will be on 24 points. City are on 28. We'll be 4 points off City. If we beat West Ham, and we better have be beating West Ham.
Well, the thing is, United will go and win one game, and then they'll go and get absolutely battered by someone the next week.
Don't say Wolves.
Very average.
Don't say fucking Wolves, Chris.
I tell you what, I so hope it's Wolves because the shit you were giving me on the first game, you were like, "Oh, you can't be getting excited about this. Is the worst Premier League team I've ever seen."
Well,
if they go and beat you, oh god,
I was fucking right about that, lad.
Yeah, they are bad. But I wouldn't,
sorry,
honestly,
no,
I
Christian.
shut it out.
No, Wolves are not bad. You're doing them. You're not doing them justice with that comment, Christian. They're on pace.
I'm waiting to see what they'll do against you.
No, Wolves. You know what? After my comments last Monday, where it was like it's a case of how many, I might just not say anything, and he's fucked off now. He's left me to it. If we don't beat Wolves on Monday, honestly, is he back?
Yeah,
you're right. Sorry. If that's the thing, right? With Wolves, I'm serious now. If we don't beat them, and I'm talking convincingly, twat them. What's Derby's record? What does everybody?
Alex, you don't swat anyone, bro. So you're not gonna go and swat them, are you? I'd be more shocked if you twat Wolves.
What's Derby's
than anything else?
Right, Derby's record is 11 points in a full season. Are Wolves breaking Derby's record of 11 points this season? What do you think, Christian? Yes or no?
It's possible, isn't it? I mean, they are really poor.
So they're on two. So they're on 2 points right now, Wolves. If you times that by 3, that'll put you on. They're on a 6-point pace at the minute.
Alex, right. Imagine, because you play these in relatively quick succession, and they're on 2 points. So imagine if they beat you home and away back to back. So they get it up to 8, and they don't win again this season, and they still break the record. And they've done the double on you.
I know you're trying to bait me into just slagging Wolves off ahead of these little games, but there's no way we will lose to Wolves, Christian.
No, I want some hammering hate. To be honest, I think we've gone 5 minutes.
You know the joke is, have a guess who Wolves drew against.
Go on.
Fucking Tottenham.
Was it? Oh, mate, Tottenham. What are they? What are they as a team? I'm so confused. That Richarlison
Oh my
ripping his
God.
shirt off against United, and then they go and fuck it up. It
Christian.
just says it all.
Christian, it was a 95th Palhinha equaliser as well. Well, and it was at Spurs.
They're so poor, man. They are. So
I honestly thought they were being a bit harsh on Frank, but seriously, man. I look, Wolves. Look, they're on pace to get 6 points over 38 games, Christian.
Yeah,
So they're on pace to break it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a tough break in it. That season from Derby was horrific, but yeah, they could do. I mean, it just depends, doesn't it? Let's see what Wolves turn up against United. Is it at home the first one or away?
We are at Molineux on the first one.
We'll watch along in that. I don't even care if it's midweek. We're definitely doing a watch.
It's Monday. It's Monday.
Oh, is it? Oh, my bad. Right, 100%. We need to sort that then.
MNF. Yeah. Try and come over here for it.
Yeah, we'll do.
We've got to do it together because I know you. Yeah, this just sums him up. I've got my brother penciling in the Wolves fixtures because he thinks there's a chance. They've got 2 points after 13 games, and he's circled them on the calendar. Oh, we'll have some of that.
That's a tricky one. Benson and Edges up top.
we need to fucking do that. Watch along. I'm telling you, if Wolves beat us on Monday Night Football, Jesus.
I'm telling you, I think that could be like a 24-hour live stream after the game of you just hating on Ruben Amorim.
I better book Tuesday off work. I might just put a little holiday in the diary, subject to how the game goes tonight.
Yeah, just in case. Mate, listen, we've run over a bit here, bro. So I need to get off, right? But
no, I hear you. Thank you. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Appreciate that.
Yeah, cheers to the chat.
Have a look at our videos we posted today. Hopefully you liked them. Hit a like. Drop us a comment in there as well, and we'll see you probably on Thursday. If not the watch along, we'll probably try and do a post game or something like that. So have a good week, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.